Hi guys, and welcome back for another Flosstube. I really don't have very much stitching to show you in this one, but I do have quite a lot of haul. So I'm just going to jump in straight away and show you. So the first thing, I do apologize for responding really late to YouTube comments. My last video, the freebies on the 17th, that's the one that the giveaway was in that is ending today. I'm shaking the table. That one had quite a few comments, which I knew it would. And then the video before, my previous Flosstube, I also have only just got round to answering the comments. So we are now on Easter break here. I'm so excited. I have 3 weeks off. And I just can't wait. Today is day one. It is Sunday. We finished work yesterday. We went for a lovely lunch in the afternoon, and then we're all done. We're now on break. So I will be traveling. I will be here. I will be traveling. I'll be coming back. So I'm hoping to get some stitching in, and I will be talking about my stitching plans because I have quite an ambitious plan. I'm going to be doing ambitious April, I guess, this year. But first of all, I wanted to show you my finished hoodie. So I have stitched my hoodie. It's very difficult to show you at this angle, so I will insert some photos or a video clip if I have one. But yes, I have finished it. I stitched Be Kind on the back, which is a pattern by Love Poppet, Claire over at Love Poppet. You know I love her stuff, and it was so nice because she was there exhibiting, so I got to show her. And then on the front I did a very pale Be More Creative, and the reason I've done it so pale is because then I can add something to the front, because I'm really not sure if I'm going to continue to add things or if I'm going to leave it at that. But I really love how it turned out. I did English paper piecing and iron-on transfers on the arms, on both of the arms. So I will insert, as I said, either a video clip or some photos, but I really loved it. I loved how easy it was to stitch, and it has got me a bit hooked onto it. There's a few other patterns that I've pulled to one side going, I want this on a garment. I had so many lovely comments. It was so nice at the stitching show, and I had so many people come up to me and mention about the jumper, ask how I did it. Some people recognized me, which is still really shocking for me. I kind of feel like when I film these videos, I put it up and in my head, no one's watching it. I know people are, but I'm still very much of that mindset. So it has been quite shocking when I've had people come up and they recognized me. So we were taking photos or we were chatting. People were asking about the jumper. People that didn't cross stitch were just saying how gorgeous the jumper was. It was such a nice thing, and I'm so glad that I did it. And as I said, it turned out a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. So I'm really, really glad that that worked out. So that is the only finished stitching. I do have a few other things that I've started, but I realistically, in the past week, 2 weeks, I have not stitched. I just haven't had the time. So 2 weeks ago, all I was stitching was the jumper to get that finished. And then I've barely had a moment to myself. Before the holidays, we do extra hours, we get things done, which is nice because I do have time now in the holidays to get things done. So the only other thing, well, I've got 2 projects to show you. The first one is one that I started, which was Lily from, it's an animal cracker by Stacey Nash. Now, I absolutely love these animal crackers. I'm not a huge fan of frogs. Anyone who knows me in real life, I would be running away from this. I don't even do pictures of frogs on TV, but I just thought she was so cute that I did. I'm using an 18 count Coffee Crafts fabric, and I have done a complete colour conversion to Cottage Garden threads. I absolutely love Cottage Garden threads, so that is what I am using, and I'm hoping to get her outlined fully before I leave for my week away, because I think it would be really nice to have a fill-in project. I always have a fill-in project when I travel, but I think she would be really nice. So this is one of the Nashville Needlework Market pre-releases. I didn't pre-order anything, so I just picked up a few things. This is one of the ones that I got from Peakside Needleworks. Actually, no, that's a lie. This one was Trudy Ann Designs. I pre-ordered, well, I ordered as soon as she uploaded. She uploaded this one, and I also ordered the cookbook from from Nashville Needlework Market. I really wasn't going to order the cookbook. I've got the last year's one, and I loved the patterns in it. I've only stitched 2 or 3 of those patterns, and I never really do any of the recipes. But I kind of felt like I would be missing out if I didn't get it, so I ended up ordering it. I'm quite glad because there's like 2 or 3 patterns in here that I think are really sweet that I would like to stitch straight away. I love the Puntini one in here. I think that one's absolutely gorgeous. So I did pre-order those from Trudy Ann Designs. I am sorry, I am just going to throw things on the floor because my table is completely packed with stuff. I placed an order on Peakside Needleworks after they got back. As I said, I didn't pre-order anything. I was going to be really good and not really pick up anything, but I am loving the Animal Cracker series. So this was one, this is called Harriet, and she actually came out at Big Stitch. Now, I went to Big Stitch, and I, at the time, wasn't really into Stacey Nash patterns. Like the Animal Crackers, I'd never really seen one in real life. I didn't really think they would be my style. Boy, was I wrong. And when I saw everyone stitching this, I absolutely loved it. So when this one came out, I had to get it. I thought that was adorable. And then when I was on Needlework, when I was on Peakside Needleworks websites, they had Bones, which I think is really, really cute. This is an older one that came out last year, but I thought for a fill-in project, this would be a really good one to start and just have as a fill-in project. So I picked up those 2. And then this chart, as soon as I saw it, this is one that I would like to put on the back of a jumper. This is Yesterday I Was Clever by Tiny Modernist. I just think this would be absolutely lovely on the back of a jumper or a t-shirt. It says, yesterday I was clever, so I wanted to change the world. Today I am wise, so I am changing myself. I just love Tiny Modernist patterns anyway, but I just thought this one was such a good one that could go on a garment, so I ended up picking that one up. And then the only other thing I picked up from Peakside Needleworks is the new Classic Colourworks that came out this year. So at Market, Classic Colourworks brings out 3 or 4 colours, and I always like to pick them up because I think it would be fun to design with them. I've not actually got round to designing with any of them, but I do love the colours. So we have Apple Cider. Maybe if I hold it up against this, you'll be able to see it a little bit more. So that is Apple Cider. Sparkling Rosé is this gorgeous pink. I love that one. And then Green Tea, which is a really nice, subtle green. So those are the 3 new colours. Now, I was debating whether I'm going to keep these apart from my other Classic Colourworks and just design with those, but I might actually just put them in my thread storage. Now we're moving on to everything that I picked up from the stitching show. So when I was walking around, I found I was looking for anything that I could find for cross stitch or embroidery. These I think are designed for embroidery. I am gonna work out a way to cross stitch on them because I think they're super cute. These are from Little Light Stitchery, and I'm sorry, it's gonna make some noise. And it is printed fabric. So this one is music prints. Now what she has on her website is she actually has the notes, the correct size to fit in this. So you could find a piece of music and embroider onto the fabric, which I think would be really fun. But I absolutely love that one, so I picked that one up. And then she had one called What Do You Want to Say, which is lined paper, and it is just fabric that is printed like a notebook. I just thought those were really fun. As I said, I don't know if I'm going to use them for embroidery or cross stitch or just use them as fabric, because this, I just fell in love with it straight away. So I got those. I then went and restocked on my Paintbox Threads fabric. So anyone who knows me, threads even, anyone who knows me has seen that I love using their Perlé 12 for cross stitch. So I picked up quite a few different packs of these. I picked up Heritage. I absolutely love these colours. I think that's such a regal, stunning pack. Rose and Gold, I just thought this would be really fun for any summer floral patterns. Dawn Chorus, just beautiful. Pastel collection, because if you know me, you know I'm a pastel girly, absolutely love that. An English Country Garden, once again, I just loved the colours. And I just think these are a wide variety of colours. This is probably one of my favourites, Ditzy Flowers. Love those colours, that's a bit of me. This one is really out of my comfort zone, but I kept picking it up. So I actually went back and bought this. This is Indian Summer, and look how gorgeous those colours are. The last pack that I picked up is Regency. Look at those stunning colours. I did pick up 2 individual skeins of the white. I really like stitching with their white perlé as well. So I'm going to put Regency to one side because you are going to see that one come round again in plans. And I'm just going to jump into the last 2 places. So I went to Love Poppet. Now in the morning I'd been in a embroidery workshop class, and someone had posted onto the Instagram group this pattern here, the Easter Bunny. And this is one of her newer patterns out. She had 2 new patterns. I picked up both of them. And these were absolutely stunning. So I've picked up Easter Bunny and I have started Easter Bunny. But you know me. If you've been on my channel for a while, you know that I'm not very good at sticking to how things are stitched, what they are stitched with, or how they are finished. Now this, I think, when I saw this bag, I thought it was absolutely gorgeous. They've got it on this really gorgeous fabric bag, but I am seeing something different. So I am stitching mine on 18 count Mill Hill white perforated paper, and you will notice where I have put this bunny rabbit, there is not going to be enough stuff for the basket underneath. That is done on purpose. I am going to be changing this. Now I still need to do the eye of the bunny and I need to stitch all of the other elements, but I am going to be doing a bit of a Frankenstein type project. What I have done is I have taken the bunny and I have stitched the bunny. I will be stitching the eggs separately and the basket separately in the hopes of layering this. So I'm really hoping this is working because I am showing you. Normally I would like finish it and then show you, but I just love this pattern. I think it's adorable and I really, really love this little bunny. So I am going to be doing a kind of Frankenstein project. I am going to be stitching all the elements individually. So I'm going to be stitching, so I've stitched the bunny, I'm going to stitch the basket with these flowers attached. I am contemplating the flower in the middle. I don't know if I'm going to do that as a 3D element or not. I think I might. I'm just going to see how I go when I'm stitching. And all of these eggs I'm going to stitch individually. So that way I can reassemble it into this shape, but have it as a 3D element to it. So really looking forward to that. So yes, that is why my bunny is not... like there's not enough space for the basket underneath, is because I'm going to be stitching the elements separately. So I'm going to stitch the eggs under here and then cut them out. I'll do the basket over here and cut it out. So I am using the called for colours, but I am going to be doing a different finishing with that one. The other one I picked up is this floral collection. This is a biscornu and scissor case. And when I saw this and I was talking to Claire, I am part of Claire's Patreon. I love the patterns that she brings out every month. And this month's Patreon piece was actually this same design, but in the mattress kind of finish. So you have a square one with it. So I now have the biscornu and the scissor case, which I am going to stitch, but I think I'm going to change my colours, and I think I'm going to use some of the paint box threads for it to stitch all three. I may do it in the DMC, but I do love those. But this is going to be going away for a little while, and then I will stitch. I've printed off the Patreon piece to go with this, and I will just store it all together until I'm ready to stitch that. I have realised I did also buy a wooden needle minder, but it's on a project which is downstairs in the school office. And that piece I will have to go and collect later on. But yes, so I haven't got that one with me, but every time I go to one of the shows and Claire is there, I pick up one of her wooden needle minders because I absolutely love them. The last place I stopped off was Trian Designs. She has an eBay website. I love going and seeing her stand. She has gorgeous samples up on the wall, which really draws me in because I'm looking at things that I wouldn't normally have looked at, because when you see things stitched, it's a lot better than seeing things in pattern. But she also had some of the new pieces from market. She had some older pieces. I couldn't tell you if these are new pieces or old pieces. I have just picked up what drew me in. So the first one is the Sister Sampler. I really wanted to get a sampler. Now, she didn't have the Librarian Sampler from Heartstring Sampler, so I will order that at some point, but I'm not in a rush. I have enough to stitch. But then I saw this Sister Sampler and I thought this one's quite cute, so I've picked that up as something a little bit different for me, because as you know, I'm not a big sampler person, but I do want to try a few different ones. I saw this one, Harvest Butterflies by Sweet Wing Studio. I don't normally stitch a lot of Sweet Wing Studio stuff because I find a lot of her patterns are quite religious, which I have no issue with. It's just not my style. But this one I thought was really sweet, and also I think I'm motivated a bit by my new job. The house that I live and work in, our symbol is a butterfly. It's a blue butterfly, so I will be converting one of these into a blue butterfly. But since then, it has just made me a little bit more aware of butterfly patterns. And this one says heart, hope, harmony, home, and happy, which I just thought was a really good one for the boarding house. So I'll be stitching that one up. I picked up an older Stacey Nash pattern. This is Nettle. She came out last year. Absolutely love her. I'm just collecting the Stacey Nashes now. This one, I think this may have come out at market this year. This is by Pansy Patch Quilts and Stitchery, which I don't think I've stitched anything from them before, and this is called A Stitcher's Tools. I just thought this was such a fun pattern, like something that I could have up all year, and I could really change the colours and make this however I wanted. So I thought I would pick this up for my summer stash. Just because also if I'm going to do Colorado Cross Stitches summer camp this year, which I think this year I will definitely have the time to do, I was looking at it going, oh, normally she does one which is something new, so new designer, new fabric, new thread. This pattern would be really good for that because it's a new designer to me. I've seen her stuff, but I don't think I've ever stitched any of her stuff before. I may be wrong, but I don't think I have. And I think this would be a really fun one to play around with the threads and change the threads. And then the last one I picked up is a Teresa Kogut. Now I said to myself I wasn't going to get any more Teresa Koguts until I actually stitch my Teresa Koguts, because I have so many that I think are absolutely gorgeous that I've purchased. I've just not stitched or finished any of them. But I just fell in love with it. Remember Me. When you see this, remember me. It's a sampler. It's absolutely stunning. I thought it'd be fun to play with the colours in this as well. But I also do love Teresa Kogut's books. The way she prints them, they're in colour, they're very easy to read. So I couldn't pass it by. I had to pick it up. So that is all the stuff that I picked up from Nashville, from the stitching show even. I cannot talk today. I don't know what's going on with me. The last thing is one that I ordered. This is by Canny Little Fox. You know I love her large project cases. I reached out to her to ask if she had a smaller one, because with the job I'm in now, I am going to be traveling a lot more. So if we go places and things like that with the students, I am involved a lot more in the trips. but also I am out and about a lot more. So I wanted something that I could throw in my bag and have with me. So this is one of her travel cases. So it's the home case format, but it is a smaller size. It is in the size of a travel case. So we have some pockets down here. We have the hoop, the loop, which is where I put my scissors. You have the felt for your needles, and then you have the part for your thread, which is the part that I really like, because I just lay this out. Like I use this on the train. I have taken everything out of it to show you. I should have kept it kitted up, but this is where I've been keeping my Stacey Nash frog. I've just been putting all of my threads in here, the fabric and the pattern behind. And then when I'm on the train, I have my scissors attached, I have a spare needle, and then I can just catch all the threads here. And I actually just tuck my pattern, or a copy of my working copy of the pattern, folded up into this pocket. So everything is in one spot, so I don't have to worry about anything going missing. And I love this because I've used it on the bus as well. And when I got to my stop, I'd kind of forgotten that I was near my stop. So luckily I did see the stop. But it meant that when I got off, I could just quickly close this, carry it off the bus, and then I could sort it out when I was at the bus stop. So I had enough time to put everything away properly. But I really do love this size. So I definitely think I will be picking up more of this size because I do think this is, as much as I love my home cases, they're just not easy to travel with. So they're great if you're going to a stitching retreat because you can have it out in front of you almost like a stitching mat. But these travel cases are a really good size to have with you on the go traveling, and it fits into my bag quite nicely. So that is my last purchase. So, well, I guess it's my last purchase. I showed you this pack by Paintbox Threads, the Regency collection. What I have decided to do is I was thinking about what I wanted to do for this holiday. So I am going to be away for a week, but I do have 3 weeks worth of holidays. And I am actually on holiday. Normally I would be working and have to take annual leave, or I'd be working from home. I am completely off with my new job. I do not work during school holidays, which means that I have time to get on and stitch things. And I was debating, well, I have so many projects on the go. I could just continue working on that, maybe pick 1 or 2, take those home to work on. And then I was like, I could get some whips done and get some whips finished. But I was really thinking about it as I was at the stitching show, and I was umming and ahhing about what I was going to do. And then I saw this thread pack, which is the Regency thread pack. I picked up one. I have since ordered another one from Pain Free Crafts, plus some extra threads, because I decided after seeing this that I was going to do something very ambitious of me. And you would have seen in my whip parade, I had multiple larger projects that I had kitted up, ready to go, but I just talked myself out of starting them. I'm like, you don't have the time to start them, you don't need to start them, you have so many projects going. And then I decided I am going to do what I'm calling Ambitious April. It was originally going to be only stitching on one piece, but realistically, I know me, that's not going to work. I also have to stitch my freebies on the 17th, so I wouldn't be able to commit to just one piece. But what I could commit to is starting one of my wish pieces, as I call them. So a piece that I have got the pattern for, or I have fully kitted up, but something that I talk myself out of starting because I don't have the time. Well, I do have the time. Yes, I have loads of whips that I should be working on. Do I really care? No, because I want to start something ambitious. I want to start something big. I want to be able to have something that I'm definitely not going to finish in April, because the piece I've gone for is huge. But something that I've talked myself out of for so long. Now, I have decided to go with, and I will put the pattern up here because I have a digital pattern on my phone that I'm filming, but not on, like, not a printed pattern. This is Saga by Long Dog Samplers. I have looked at this piece for years. Every time someone posts about this, I get really excited. I want to stitch a Long Dog sampler, and I keep talking myself out of it, but I'm going to do it. So I have decided for all of the archways, I am going to stitch in the black paint box thread. So I've ordered, I have got more coming, but I've got 5 to start me off with. And this is, it's just the black, and there's 100 meters on each of these. So I don't know how many I need to order, but this piece is huge. So I've just ordered some, and then I'll do another paint box thread order directly. I ordered this on the Saturday while they were still at the show. So I wanted to get it in before the holiday because I'm not sure what happens with my post here. So I've got skeins of the black to start with. And then this is the colours that I'm going to use for the centre. So I have managed to order from the same seller, which was Spindle Cottage. I have ordered some of the colours. She didn't have all of them, but I have ordered 100 meter skeins of the ones that she did have. And then I have this thread pack and the Pain Free Crafts thread pack. So the only one that she didn't have, which was this green colour, and this darker purpley brown, this second, I don't even know if you can see that. So she didn't have this one and she didn't have the green, but she did have these colours, which were my favourite ones anyway. So that is what I am going to be kitting up, and I am going to start on April 1st, is I'm going to give Long Dog a go. I am going to try, and this is the piece that I will take away with me. As I said, I will take another piece away. I will take a easier, smaller, travel-friendly piece, which will probably be one of my animal crackers, but I'm not going to force myself to only stitch on one piece, because stitching is meant to be fun. And I know myself, if I tell myself to stitch on one thing, it won't work. So I'm going to have the opportunity to stitch on other things, but I am going to try and make a dent into my new start, which is going to be the Long Dog sampler. So I'm really, really looking forward to that. So I am going to be kitting that up. I need to find fabric for it. I'm hoping I have a piece in my stash that will work, but I think these colours will pretty much go with everything. So I'm going to do black for the archways, and then I want the pops of colour to go in the archways. I'm just not entirely sure how I'm going to do it yet. I'm just going to start it and we will wing it and go from there. So yeah, that is everything I have to show you. But the thing that you guys are probably waiting for is, who is the winner? So I have the screenshot here. I did one of the random generators. I think that's the fairest way to go. I literally just put in the website link. I hit generate, and this was the name that came up. And this is Wolf Down the Rabbit Hole, Jen. So I'm really glad, Jen, that this fabric is coming your way. As I said, completely random, but it was a very, very nice surprise when I hit that button and your name appeared. So Jen, if you could contact me, your YouTube name, Wolf Down the Rabbit Hole, if you can contact me either via email or by Instagram. Instagram's probably easier, but I will be checking the emails. And I will get that out to you as soon as I can. So depending on when I hear from you, I will either have it out before my holiday, or it will be out in kind of like a week's time, but I will chat to you and let you know as soon as I hear from you. So thank you so much to everyone who entered. Thank you so much to Megan from Coffee Crafts Fabrics for sending those gorgeous pieces. I am currently stitching the April freebie, which is going to be on that blue fabric that I showed you. So that is coming. That is in the process at the moment. I'm really loving the design. The design is very different compared to what I've done previously. But that's why I love doing these freebies, is I can just have fun and play and design things. I don't have to have a set style. So sometimes I feel like when you're a business, you have to have a set style so your customers know what you're like what your style is, what they can expect from you. Whereas because I'm doing this as freebies, I can just have fun and play and just pick different colors. So really loving that. So Jen, just let me get in touch with me and I will get those out to you as soon as I can. My plans for the rest of the day, I am going to carry on stitching the Easter bunny. I would love to get this done for this Easter to have it up on display and just look. I think he'll look a lot cuter when his eye's done. But yeah, so this is my ambitious project for the moment. And then on Tuesday, on April 1st, I will be kicking off my first, I've dropped half the threads, but my first long dog. And I'm really excited. As I said, I love using the paint box threads. I use the Perle 12. When I'm stitching, I just use one strand of it. But it was so nice because chatting to people at the show, they were quite surprised that they could use this for cross stitch. You definitely can. You can pretty much use any thread for cross stitch as long as you can fit it through your fabric. But that is what I'm going to be doing, and I just think this colorway is going to look so good for a long dog. So as I said, I do have more of this on its way. I will be placing another order with paintbox threads when I get back from my holiday. I've got enough to be starting the project at least, so really looking forward to that, and I just think this is going to be a gorgeous colorway to do it. But yeah, so that is the plans. This is what I'm going to be working on this afternoon. I think I might be naughty and order a takeaway. I don't know what I want yet, but I kind of feel like maybe I should treat myself. Or maybe I should be good because I'm getting my hair done tomorrow. We'll see. But yeah, so I'll decide if I have the energy to cook something later or just take away it. But yeah, I am on Easter break and I'm so excited to get some stitching done. So I'm not entirely sure when I will be back, whether it will be 2 weeks or 3 weeks. It just depends on Easter plans. As I said, I am traveling. I'm then meeting up with some friends. We may be doing a little getaway. So just going to go from there. So that is everything from me. Just want to say a huge thank you for all the lovely comments. Thank you to Megan from Coffee Crafts Fabrics once again for the generosity in giving the code BMORE20 if you would like 20% off of fabric from her website. I know a few people have told me that they will be ordering when she opens the website again, which I think it's already open. I think she opened it again on the 27th, so definitely go check that out. And also thank you so much for everyone who entered the giveaway. Wolf Down the Rabbit Hole Jen, if you get in touch with me, I will get that in the post to you as soon as I possibly can. Right, I'm going to go off because the sun is blazing out there. It's absolutely beautiful. I cannot believe that it's already 6 p.m. So I need to very quickly add in the photos and get this video up for you guys. But I will see you all very soon. Thank you so much for watching. Happy stitching. Bye guys.